What's up, dudes? FooserX Reacts. We are going to get to it with another rookie event. Kind of videos are getting harder and harder to find. So this one is another Hall of Fame Classic, rookie doubles final. I like seeing rookies and amateurs because you get a mix of what their potential is. You could see rookies that have put in the time to playing a little bit more discipline, but then you also have rookies with some maybe a little bit of bad habits here and there, but then they have the talent, which is maybe better than the other team. And so it's always fun to watch which person's talent is it good enough to overcome, bad foosball habits. So let's see. I was just looking it up. This one came up. Hall of Fame rookie doubles. This is another Vancouver foosball. I don't know who from here is from Vancouver, but it seemed like they had a lot of players in the finals. I don't know if it was this year or what year it was, but looks like a hotbed of foosball over there. Some good playing. So let's get it on. This guy's shooting a push from the pit. And again, we had talked about this in our last video. Two things here right off the bat. The first is I am not a fan of this formation for somebody shooting a push or the reverse when somebody's shooting a pull for this very reason. Because it lets in this slider right in here, and you don't even know how. It's just hard to block. You are positioned in the right place, like you're the space that these two men take up. They're in the right place, but it doesn't matter. Your formation is wrong. You bring over this first guy, and you kind of like stagger it this way. I don't know what you would call that. For me, I guess I would call it the standard because it's cutting down the spray, and it makes it easier to block. And the second thing we can see is it doesn't look like, we'll rewind it real quick here. Yeah, as a goalie, you cannot be stiff like this. He is not moving. He's saying like, hey man, this is how we zone up, right? No, man. When you are stiff like this, you cannot react. Even if it didn't go in, if it were bouncing around, you will not have the hand speed and be ready, the reaction time to be ready to pounce on anything. You are basically letting that goalie just snipe you, and yeah, credit to him. It was an excellent shot. But we want to move this guy over here, and we want to keep our hands nice and loose. Like you don't have to come out of your zone and move it all around. Just bob a little bit so your hands are very free, very loose, and you kind of make that shot a little bit tougher. Great way to start the game. If you're the forward, you're just like, sweet man, I will take that point. That's why I picked you as a partner. Let's check out this guy's 5. Already moving it around a lot. Not really reading the D. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I mean, let's look at that again. And I know, again, this is a rookie doubles final. Maybe some nerves, maybe some jitters. Do we want to judge somebody on their very first possession? Yep. Like he's already having issues just setting the ball up. Time's coming off the clock, and excellent defense. I don't know. I think this might be Vic. I don't know. I have no idea who this guy is up here. He gives them a great defense. This is the defense I'd probably started off with, especially if I've never played somebody. Hey man, you're gonna tick-tack it around like that. I am not gonna give you the gimme wall pass. You're gonna have to earn it with a lane. And the guy is just, oh, I am not even going to read the D. I'll just go wall anyways. So we already have a glimpse. Hey, man, this guy is passing fast. He's not really reading, at least at this point in the match. So now we can just kind of get in his head. And so now it's like, hey, man, I will show you the same defense. I will camp on this wall, and I will assume you're in the rookie doubles finals, so you're not totally inept and going to go wall again. So I will pop out for the lane. And he does, and he's showing that guy, hey, I'm gonna be here a little early. That guy just hits it right into him. So we'll see if this forward over here can make adjustments on his 5-0, but that might be an issue. Good clear. Let's go back and check out his clear because it looked. Yeah, okay, so again, we're just having lessons here. We're not dogging on anybody. This is when you guys step up to the table, you see certain things. This is stuff you need to program into your little computer foosball minds as you start the match. This guy is shooting an open-handed push or an open-handed shot from the 2-bar. And we know that just from the grip on it. And you'll be able to see that on the table, the way his hand moves, the way the bar moves. And when somebody is shooting open hand, we know a couple things. One is they're probably right around amateur to rookie level, which means they don't have they haven't developed the know-how to say, hey man, foosball is played with the closed hand unless you are shooting banks. You want to have total control of the bar at all times. And when you know that person hasn't reached that level yet, you know you might be able to suck them into certain things here and there. And the second thing we know when somebody is shooting open hand, it limits what they can do with that 2-rod. And primarily, they do not have sprays because just the motion of the shot, you're kind of coming around the ball. You're kind of like having this really big backswing and this palm roll to generate a lot of power. And when you do that, you're losing all of your control to hit those angles and sliders. So as a defender, we don't have to block those. And that's a tremendous advantage, especially for the forward, because if you know, hey, I don't really have to worry for the most part about sliders coming through here, you can lock up your zone. I do like a 1, 2, 3 zone where you're just putting this big front because you know it's not going to be spraying between there. For the most part, it's coming down the middle. So you lock up your guys in the middle of the table and you just kind of swing. When he goes into motion, you swing. And I think you're probably going to get a lot of stuffs, maybe some turnovers, and we'll see how it goes. But going forward, if I was on this side over here, that's what I would be looking at. Hey man, this guy's not taking his time on the 5-row, and this guy has a limited 2-bar right off the bat. Yeah. And he switches up right there. This is what I prefer, because when it's coming down here, it just makes it easier to block. Yeah. And he came out there and he got it. Yeah, he is just going into motion. And again, we will try to get through the video a little bit faster. Goes down the middle. They have a good zone, bank zone set up. And that's another downfall is when you are shooting open-handed, you're going to get a lot of balls flying off the table because you're generating so much power. It goes in, you look like a rock star, sounds like a rock star, but you get a lot of balls flying off the table. That is essentially a turnover, especially if you got somebody on the other side who has a good 2-bar, and they will punish you for that mistake. So that's a third reason we do not want to shoot open-handed. Again, look at his hands. Like, I am not even moving. I am going to stay in my zone. I will not have good reactions. Good grab. So this is the first time we will see this dude's 3-bar. We know he's kind of rushed his 5-row. Will he rush his shot? Nope, he is reading it. Kind of moved over the ball, and then just time was running out. Oh man, we're not even. Yeah, man. Almost had that grab. Now we'll get a look at this guy's 3-rod. We want to take our time to see, hey man, what is happening on the defense? Oh, you're going to stay there. I'll go pull side probably. Oh, oh, that was fantastic. So he sets it up, and it looks like he's got a read on the defense. He moves this bar out of the way, and he's seeing, oh my gosh, like that is huge, and he's kind of like trying to time it to. He should just be able to go, but at the same time, he's got the discipline to say like, hey man, let's wait and see what happens. And right when he's about to go, like, okay, that pull side's huge, he does the switch, and then he's just like, whoa, that is not an easy hole. Let me call timeout before I do something dumb. And to have that, I mean, this is awesome right here because he has the discipline to know, hey, that guy just that guy just threw me for a loop when he switched up. Let me call timeout. Whereas this guy over here, he's like, hey, time's running out. I need to call timeout, make sure I get a good shot on goal. Whereas this guy over here, he was setting up for the pull, and then time was running out, and he just rushed a shot even when it wasn't even there. So we could see the difference in play already, just in terms of maybe experience. Yeah, probably experience. I'm not going to say in terms of being smart, just experience. It takes a while to know, hey man, I need to develop discipline on my 3-bar. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I'll just call timeout. I mean, I struggle with that all the time. I would say most people struggle with that. So to see that at the rookie level, pretty impressed with that. Yep, and great read by him. That guy's still just going. Great read. And that's the read you want when you are seeing somebody never changing their defense. And don't get me wrong, there's some good goalies out there who can get away with this. I'm not a fan of it, but if that's what if that's what you like doing, um, like that's cool. But as a pull shooter, when somebody's giving you this defense, you know all you have to do is time this dude to go straight or go short or you go long. I know that's like, hey man, that's easy. It is easy. It is very easy because you never have to worry about tempos changing or this guy coming over to get a block. It's very easy to just pick your hole and just wait on it and mix up the timing. And that's what that dude does. He's like, oh man, I've shot a pull for a long time. I'm very disciplined with it. I know this. I know how to shoot on this defense. And the second he sees that straight, he takes it. Great 3-row. Again, so we know he's going to shoot open-handed. So he is covering the banks, especially like he's covering the banks. And then they just have to watch out for the middle. And that's what this goalie is doing over here. So good stuff. We know that he is probably not going to spray it off to the corners. So they're zoning that open hand real good. But and that's another thing we got to watch out for is we do not want to give up balls to the 3-rod if you're the goalie. Really good patience up there. It looks like he read that right, just misexecution. Good pick. Barely missed it. Yep. He has seen that defense his entire Foos career, and he knows exactly how to shoot on that. So, yeah, let's hope he starts changing it up some. Like you cannot let somebody tee off, and the only reason he missed that long too is because he misexecuted it. So, I mean, this could very easily be 3-2 right here. Really tight 5-row, just super simple. I will go lane or wall, no extra movements, no chance for a loss of ball control when you do a really simple series like that. And that way it also gives you, you can put 100% of your focus onto reading the defense versus here there's a lot of tic-tacking, wasted motions. You can't hit the holes when you see them because the ball is going all over the place, and then just the ball control isn't there, and you can't focus 100% on your defense reading. This is just my thoughts when somebody's tic-tacking all around and throwing a bunch of passes at you. They're just focused more on ball control and going into motion versus reading and beating you to the holes. So good stuff. Good D. I mean, let's check out this possession again. Just if we are a rollover shooter, what are we looking at here? Okay, when he switches, he stays in that switch for a while for the most part. So something we are thinking about. Again, man, you cannot give those free possessions up. But it's hard. You got a open-handed shooter back there. That's why you want to be moving very, very loose with your men. That way you kind of either kick it back out over here or you sort of absorb it. You cannot be stiff and let that ball just bounce right back to the 3-row. I feel like what I'm seeing is on his defense is whenever he brings in the switch with that first guy, I would time the corners. I mean, the middle might be there, here and there, but when he brings over that second dude, and this is what you see on a lot of defense, you want to make sure that they're staying out on that long hole. But it's really easy as a rollover shooter to just go right around this. And when he comes in with this bar or with this man, then you go to that side. And when you have that mentality as a shooter, it makes it a lot easier because you just wait for the switch and you just pick your side and you don't have to read the whole goal. You don't have to read what else is being open over here. You're just saying like, oh, you made the switch. I'll just time the corner. Very easy strategy to adopt. And that's what we're talking here. Just strategies on this type of defense. When if he was switching a lot more often, then it becomes really tough because you can't, and then you can't have that strategy because the switch is coming, the crossover is coming too fast and too random, and you don't know. But that would be the strategy I think I would be shooting on with. I would be timing over here. That was a good pass. He was ready for it. Really good discipline, 5-row. Yeah, man, that is it. When he brings over this other guy, and I would not be giving that guy too many more pull sides. At least let's see what his push side looks like. He has a great series. I see a lot of pro masters with this type of series. Gummison, Spear, Ryan Napton. He's not a pro master, but he's got a great series. I think the only thing right here we're looking at is you want to have a little hesitation wall and then go wall. And then that way it'll trick your opponent to start coming off the wall because it looks like he has the lane and wall down pat. Just needs to, maybe like we'll see if he has it. I mean, he definitely has the execution on his passes, but you want to have a pass or a movement to make him off balance. Oh man, he's crushing those corners. He's like, I am not going to even toss it. Oh, same defense. Oh, misexecute so long, but he did switch it up right at the end, so that was good. Oh man, that was almost a great pass. Look, again, being very still. He's back to giving this D. We'll see, man. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I guess he's. Let's check this out. he he brings his dudes way over here. Um, I don't know. I don't know if he's keying off on something. I don't know. I do not know. Look at that patience. Great patience from that forward. And good 5-0D from the other guy in white. Oh man, that is a nasty long. Good pass down the lane. I think he almost had a wall pass before. Well, let's check that out. He threw in a spray. Nice. Again, not going to change up his defense. So he's timing one hole. Oh, man. Almost. Yep. What happened there? You are not gonna be bouncy and fluid with your hands. It means you're very stiff and you would just sort of herky jerky react. And it looks like he just bailed. Okay. Yeah, man, that long is huge. You just gotta execute it. And this guy over here, he's not passing at a very high percentage, but I guarantee you in the next year or two, it will be because he is sticking with and he's being very disciplined up there. I wonder if he is, um, if he plays with Guy, the guy who won. I think it was amateur singles. He had a very disciplined, patient game, just very methodical. Oh, and that's what he's doing. Like he's reading that hole. Like, hey, I'm gonna go around there. This guy does the crossover and he gets them. So he's reading it right. He just needs to not. He kind of shooting on the same timing. Every now and then you got to mix it up. You got to speed it up or take longer. And he's kind of like he's being super patient, which is awesome. But at the same time, you just once you're patient and you get a feel for the pattern, you need to be able to pop that shot the first time you see it. And he just waits too long. Damn. So great defense. That was almost a disaster right there. Going for the open hand, what we could tell by putting his thumb up. Down the middle of the table again. Great lane. And that lane and that wall are just going to get better and faster. Oh, man. Unacceptable. Not in the finals, bruh. Yeah, he is not switching enough. And that dude figured it out right there. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little extra long, and that way you're not gonna catch me with the switch. Good stuff, man. And that's a mistake on the goalie right there. He let it ricochet to that guy's 3-bar, who he is not getting the ball hardly at all, but he is making the most of his possessions. Oh, nice. Little love. Little double love with the cutback. He's got great patience. He's. I feel like he has read almost every hole right. He has just not executed the long on some of these. Oh man. And there you go. Like, hey man. I mean, that's a great shot from the 2-rod. You have to be fluid back here again. Like, and we've already gone over this lesson a few times. Like, nice and loose. That way, even if you're not able to race out, you should still be loose enough that you are reacting to it. And the possession back there before, he kicked it. He hit it over here. This guy is very stiff. It hit his man and almost rolled. He should have caught on the 3-bar. And then this one again, he is not staying loose back here, and he doesn't even race that out there. So good shot, but we're just learning here. And I think what's up with the forward there? He's looking at that zone like, what are you? You're not even gonna move your guys? I need to take a timeout after that. No, I won't. I will not take a timeout. He had a really great down brush last time, so let's see if he can work a split brush series. Oh. And again, we have gone over that lesson before. When you start switching series, unless you're a high caliber player, you will not develop the execution to catch what you need to catch. And he is making the right reads on a lot of this, but the execution's not there. And the only way we get that is to be very consistent in what we do on the table. So he has chosen the whole first game to do a lot of stick passing, just a mixed bag, and now it's like he's going to the brush, but it's like, no, man, you are not going to catch a lot of those because you've not put the time on the table to deserve to catch those. Whereas him over here, he's catching everything for the most part like a boss, even though he's not getting it through. His execution is there, and he's getting better, and you'll be able to tell, like, this is how you win the long way. Once you start getting a read on that guy's patterns and tempo, and you got a feel for the game, all of his reads are going to start to come together. So good playing on both sides. You can tell, I mean, this guy's probably a little bit newer than this guy over here, but he's got the skills. I mean, that pull shot's deadly. Oh, man, that's 4 or 5 chances, and he is he cannot clear, and that's the limitation of the open hand, and it's also just not being smart. But it's all right, man. We're here to learn. I mean, this is rookies. This is where all rookies are. But I guess I'm not a fan of that, and I'm just gonna. Well, we'll pause it here. God damn, this is gonna be a long video. I don't even know if I'll watch this whole thing. If your position is to be a goalie, like, hey man, I have resigned. I don't need to be. I've resigned myself to not playing front. I'll pick up a great partner who can play front. I'm just gonna play goalie. You only have like one offensive weapon, and this is it. Like, you don't have to worry about passing and scoring. You just have to. You have one bar, so let's just set that up and develop a wicked fast pull. Start working all the options. Start understanding how to break down zones and break down shots. This, whatever is happening back here, this really high backswing, open-handed bank and slapping at it, it's just not smart foosball. You're not reading anything. You're just, I don't know, man. You're not exploring the power of foosball. You're not able to pick the lanes and sliders and passes and shots. So what are you really doing back here? You're just trying to clear it. You're hitting and hoping. Like, that's not good enough. That's good enough for a bar tournament, but that is not good enough for a Hall of Fame Classic title. And we'll see if they come back and win. We will. I mean, that guy had a great 3-row. We'll see if he can overcome this, but yeah, man, this open-handed stuff right here is not gonna fly. Now he's close-handed right now. Interesting. So we'll see what his execution is with that. Yeah, man, not bad. A great option. He has been stick passing for 2 games, and then he goes into a brush off the same setup. Yeah. Good D. Great patience. Oh, they switched the positions. No wonder he had the closed hand and the good pull. I didn't even see that. I was like, why did he suddenly get a good pull from the pits? God, this guy is ready to go. He's like, I cannot get the ball. I need to score here. Boom. Big Daddy. They have a nice cheering section. There's nobody cheering for the other team. Oh, man. Solid, man. That is solid. Nothing fancy about that. Just super simple. Oh, man. Take it. Take that big pull side. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy, again, to sit up here and watch what's happening versus when you are the forward. You get sucked into the defense, you get sucked in the holes. But what we're seeing is he stays in one position. He does like one crossover move kind of early on, and then he stays in that other position for a long time. And that's where we want to take advantage of him. Either shoot it really, really fast or wait for that first crossover and then go around that second guy. So right here, and then now that he's switched, oh, there you go. Kind of change things up. So good stuff, man. Yeah, he is just blocking the center of the table. He's like, I'm not going to let you have that. And that's your other option. I think that was... Yeah, man. That was illegal because I don't think he hit it with this guy. And that was a set stop ball. So I think that ball should have gone to this other team here. All right. Yeah, and you know, I'm giving a lot of praise to the forwards, and this guy's getting throwing up some good D here. He is shooting on the same timing. I think that's Vic. I don't know. He has got great discipline, but at the same time, he is still shooting on like 7 or 8, 9 seconds, and you just have to. And again, this is not a knock on him because I do this all the time. You think, oh man, being patient is the way to go. I'm taking my time. That's the way I'm supposed to play. It is, but you have to recognize what the defense is giving you. And he hasn't really changed up his defense the entire game. He has like his one motion, he does a quick crossover, and then he stays in that motion for a while. And then if you wait past 10 seconds, then he'll start switching it up a little bit. So we know we need to speed up our timing, and we're not speeding up and being stupid. We just have to recognize, okay, this is what he is giving up in those first couple seconds. And in that second switch, now he's giving this up. And we can't afford to keep shooting on 7 or 8 because we're letting him drift into that like third phase of defense, and we want to just mix up our shooting, not be stupid, just change up the timing. And you see that a lot with the Masters. I would force him long. Nope, he is not executing that as what he needs at the level he needs to win this match. Oh man, almost. He's like, hey man, I got a brush. I will I will go back to the brush. And he's got a great down, but again, everybody has a great down. You got to make them go up. Yeah, and there's something going on up here, and this is where I don't know. You probably give credit to the goalie. Hey man, I am not. I'm showing you that big juicy long, and that's like 3 longs in a row where it's huge, and he's just not executing. So at this point, it becomes like a chess match. Like, hey man, are you going to keep being stubborn and keep trying to hit it, or are you going to lose confidence in your 3 rod and give it up to this guy over here? He is not losing confidence. He's just like, yeah, man, I have a great pull. I have a great long. I will keep trying that. So props to him, man. Good stuff. Good hustle. Timeout. Good call. He has not gotten a lot of walls. Man, good save. Look at that forward. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, your shots, man. Dude, you got to take that pull side. Oh, man. It's so huge. Yeah. He was... You got to wait for the switch, Mr. Lee. he's like, but I quick shot. I did what you said, FooserX. No, man, you have to wait for the switch. You have to wait for this guy to come in. Oh, no, that was almost catastrophic. Good pass. Just oh, man, not good. Got to be ready for those. I mean, especially the whole game, he is not passing very well at all. You have to almost expect the misexecution. All right, man, big point. Oh man, that is not good foosball. But they got the win. I mean, yeah, man, that's too bad. We'll get extra drama back here. I mean, you got a slop here, a slop there. All right. This is where you got to trust your game. You got to stay on your game and just be like, you know what? I am playing smart foosball. That's anticipating the switch, or him anticipating him bailing. Like, it's almost like this guy has figured out this guy's 2-bar. I should block the straight lane passes, and then I will just stay in front of the ball. Oh, that was sick. So he did. He has lost confidence in his pull. I don't know who wins this match, but that is not a good sign. Like, that sign does not bode well for them, because that was the best thing they had going for them. Because this guy shooting the 2-bar can barely get it past the zone unless he's throwing down some passes, and then he's not passing well at all. And now he's just staying in the game through just luck right now. But yeah, and again, just the finals, man. Pressure is on. Oh, that goalie is just missing the holes. Nope. Like, I'll just hit it straight. Oh man, looked like he should have had that. But again, changed up his timing, a little bit faster in the count. Got it. Oh, you can't give him the dummy wall. Not when he is struggling on the 5-row. Oh man. Nope. Yeah. Do not give somebody who is struggling easy wall passes. And that is great 5-row defense right there. This is a fun match, man. Yeah, he has lost it on the 5-row, but hey, man, we'll see if his 3-row can carry him through it. And again, usually, if you are somebody who has this roller shooter as a backup, like your shot as a roller as a backup, you're gonna have a really good middle and probably one really good side. So we'll see. I can't remember what side he went last time, but you do not really want to give up the middle. But we'll see. Yeah. That goalie has been, this goalie back here has been playing excellent. I think a lot of that has to do with him misexecuting the long, but he has absolutely capitalized. No, that is not good, man. That is not good. Like, that forward struggling to even get the ball, to even pass anything, and you're just gifting him this. He's like, FooserX, shut yo mouth. I got defense for days. I have so many blocks there coming out of my pocket. He just needs to be smart on the 2-rod. Tries a pass. Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say the jitters are. He's like, no, man, you are not going to get that straight lane pass. I'm going to make you hit something with your 2-bar. And this guy's 2-bar is killing it for this other team over here, too. This is the importance of a good 2-bar. 2-bar. Oh, man, good pick. Just hit the wall. Yeah, both these guys struggling on the 2-bar. He had a couple of nice 2-bars in the game, and he's missed it, barely missed it a couple times, but these are big points here. Last game, like, you cannot afford to turn over the ball. Yeah, man, don't give him the down. He is not executing anything, so you can't give him the free wall. And yeah, like, that's all he needs to get some confidence in him. Oh, nice wall. Oh, I think he tried to anticipate. And now the guy's like, I just need to clear it. When we have not seen this shot from him the whole game, but gets through. I'm getting lost, just sucked into the drama of this third game. Yeah, great little brush there. And even when he got blocked on the lane, like, he has the confidence of like, hey man, I will still go lane. Yep. When he gets that read, he has the speed on his roller and the execution to make that read. He just needs to make that read faster. Oh, he forgot he could only go wall. Wait for the switch, dude. Or don't wait for a switch and go around that second dude. Great stuff. Yeah, that was a backbreaker for them, but this is a good match. You could tell both everybody in here has got some game. This guy has like supreme discipline in his game. That's what I want to see. But you can also tell this guy up here, he's got a lot of fire inside of him. So if he, goes back to the drawing board, gets a little bit more discipline, a little bit more experience, I would expect this guy to have a great foos career, especially with his pull shot. I mean, his pull shot looks nasty. Just don't lose focus. I would assume after this match, he's going to go on a table and hit like 30 longs in a row without a single misexecution. Yeah, man, that guy is throwing up some fantastic defense this game. He is definitely daring him to go long, which is the smart move. Like, hey, you are having issues up there. I'm going to make you earn it. Yeah, man, you cannot give him walls. We'll just pause it here. And again, I think we've probably gone over this lesson before. When you know your opponent is having a hard time and they're probably choking or feeling the heat, or you just know that they don't have a great lane, you cannot keep giving him freebie wall passes because these things are automatic. I mean, they're undroppable. So you've seen what happens when he tries to go lane. It's a misexecution. I think last time was a stuff, and you just have to be ready for that. And almost to the point of, hey man, can you hit that? Well, I mean, we'll see, but you do not. I mean, it's 4-1. Who cares? It is 4-1, and nobody cares, Scott. Um, stop, stop taking up time so we can finish this damn video. I can't even remember the last clear he had. And I've been there too, where you feel, yeah, man, this is unacceptable 2-bar play. But that was the better team. Congrats, man. Nice crowd for them. But good playing for both of them. it, you know, it, I've been there, and it's a bummer to lose the finals, especially when uh, just you're so close, and they are close in terms of skill. I think these guys just had a little bit more experience, but you can see there's a lot of potential in this guy's game. He is probably already a high, probably turned amateur after whatever year this was. He he just needs a little bit of seasoning. It is one thing to dominate your hometown and DYPs and do well, but you're on tour. You're playing in a crowd, a field of like 80 teams, 100 teams, and now you're in the pit tables. It's a different feeling, and you can tell like this guy kind of lost some confidence in his pull. Lost, I don't know he was just kind of throwing things out there, and you could tell that he just wasn't reading things. But it wasn't that he didn't know how to do it. It's just, yeah, it was just maybe that the moment was too big for him right now. But it just wasn't his time. I think he's got a great future ahead of him. I don't know who that was, Andre or Rodrigo. I mean, whoever that was, I would expect to see them in the results fairly often. But we had some good lessons from this, right? We had, um, again, how to defend with somebody who's 5 is kind of feeling the heat. We've got some good rollover shooting strategy when somebody has this type of defense where they're switching with the 2-bar, but they're not switching fast enough or frequent enough, how to time that. We got a lesson on how to stay nice and loose as a zone. We got a lesson on how to defend somebody who has a limited 2-bar when they're shooting open-handed, and we absolutely saw it. He got some okay clears the first game, but that second game was really handicapping their own team in terms of not even be able to get it past this part of the table. And you can't have that if you want to have winning foosball. I mean, especially to win a title, you cannot have a 2-bar that's just consistently turning it over and not contributing to the match. You always want to be shooting smart or passing smart. And he was giving up. He was passing for a while when he realized, hey man, my shots aren't working. And then Vic, I think this is Vic, he was just like, no man, you are not going to get easy lane passes anymore to the 3-bar. You're gonna have to earn it. And he tried. He didn't have the skills back here to contribute and make a difference. So good stuff, guys. Again, not dogging on anybody. These are just lessons, tips when we're watching ourselves, when we are watching other players, what to look out for, because that's half the game of foosball is looking at people's play and seeing their limitations and understanding how do we exploit that. Because Vic wasn't playing, perfect over here. I mean, he was shooting good and passing, but they were adequate. He wasn't teeing off, but he was capitalizing. He was absolutely bricking that guy's 5-row, and then he was bricking that guy's 2-row. And so that's so much offense that you lose on this other team. And again, that's so much of this game is discovering your other team, your opponent's limitations, and all those extra possessions. You're going to win in the end with all those extra possessions. So good stuff, guys. Have a good one.